It doesn't lose. The thing about DK, it doesn't lose the lane that hard. It doesn't win that hard. It's way too difficult to zone him out. He's going to exist in the lane, but he also doesn't really have any kill potential on his own. Because you don't really want to be going stun in the lane either. You want to be maxing that breathe fire, so you can see us and test the enemies and get denies because of the damage reduction. And you want to be maxing out that dragon's blood as well, so you can take harass.
Yeah, I think really it's just a value point, but only a value point. I believe if the opportunity presents itself to kill, where
prepare
but
for battle.
Even right now, I'd argue that like what some people say is okay, it's not even worth it to get X ability at level 1 if you get killed because then you just lose your lane. Dota's a weak game like that when killing the enemy can sometimes be a bad thing.
yeah, it's not like end up be a league. I have to do that comparison, but I've seen games of league where like for so and so team is already looking over. I'm like, we're 5 seconds in. What's going on here? What do you mean the game's over? But I think you really like that. They were like I think the stun level one is not. I think it was in.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be really fun. It was a lane winning pick back when you could clip people by the lane, for like by the old ruins and whatnot over in the river. Just like the high ground over here. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I got you.
There's tons of places you could clip people. Then it was a lane winning because you didn't start with tally down pearl scrolls. Those were the golden days. That world was so golden. I think it was a lot worse to do it back then.
Care to save money on yours.
The battle begins.
So complain about pre-recording being replaced.
I'm missing a little bit of action down here in the Radiant Jungle already. Skirmish between Dark Willow and the Winter Wyvern. Bobica.
Yeah. Fighting in the brownies, which is pretty standard. Usually if we see a couple of throws to the station, everyone looking for it's movement damage, because outmatch damage not bad early on.
Oh yeah. One of the strongest level 1 abilities in the game. I mean, they've slowly been scaling everything down the last couple of brown players. Especially if you run into multiple, where they can push you run into multiple with some sort of build you're blocking their path off. Love to see it. It ended up being finally Ember Spirit in the mid lane. Void Spirit, so we see purple versus red.
The brother purple against the brother red.
You prefer Beat Cop.
And I do like new, so Void Spirit is fun, but he's player level. It's not nice to take this matchup. Comes through coming in with this start lineup, I think earlier on when this team was first getting formed and it first, not when it's first came, but when it first came onto this team, he struggled a little bit. It was out and seeing the opportunity between him and see his team almost can't take that. No, but still. He's a little bit there by Fate trying to go through the trees and find himself a cow, but he's already caught that set, trying to get killed. Right hard.
Yeah, pretty fast, low armor here, low HP, but managed to get away with blinding light. Really good at disengaging from the enemy. Blinding light and Winter's Curse, like 2 of the best abilities in the early setting.
The overplaying odds from all of them being done. It's chased by CCC. First blood for Boba could get that spinner blow. And CCC will drop as well. So as we get the cover of that, kind of Mango to get Rampage down. You'll hear onto Bobica. So 2 firm and
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world for more playing that Dark. You get to grab some items and get back to lane. Because Dark Willow gets such a strong cast, prepare boot suddenly becomes a lot easier to rotate from the lane. You don't know where she is. if she's able to get a couple rotations maybe before this Emperor hits level 6, the game can turn on its head for PSG.LGD. Speaking of mid lane,
Each one just chasing
so
down Sana's business. Honest. To anger 50 reads even. But 79 third. Thomas puts him. I don't know. It's dead.
we see pause coming in. But it's always hard to tell whether or not these heroes are going to die one another in the mid lane. Fights can turn on their heroes very quickly between Ember Spirit and Void Spirit. I mean, Flame Guard and Res Pulse, and again the Aether Revenant landing. Really amazing. Even any ability that displaces the enemy, even the tiny little displacement that Aether Revenant does, can make a huge difference, like the grand scheme of things. So again, you're not in tower range and suddenly you take 2 tower shots because you're just slightly forward and you turn around. That mechanic works very, very weird like. I learned just the other day, somebody pointed out that Keeper of the Light ultimate or even Aether Remnant will both disable Lasso. If you have an allied Batrider, lasso's the enemy. Coddle Ult or Aether Remnant hit the enemy who's lassoed, it'll just break it. Yeah, it's a very weird interaction. Batrider run game.
Got Ace and 316 so far, do a decent job. So is XSS actually. Probably the only one struggling, I would say, is the Warframe C6-4 guy.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's not the worst thing in the world that he ended up dying there. It's better that than him just sitting in the lane at no HP and kind of getting harassed out. Because again, that's what you see people do all the time in mid lane. If you manage to get a kill on the enemy mid laner, what do people do if you're like, really low health? They just run straight into the enemy tower, come back with the enemy. And that way you came out on top with the XP, the gold, not that much of a change, but it's better to just suicide, come back lane full HP, full mana. I'm more struggling, but I think I'm like hard committing to that fight, even though the FY ended up getting a double kill was the right move there.
Who's gonna first? But when we see a lot of rotations towards mid, if there's gonna be any, and about that 5.5 minute mark, see those catapults come in, and definitely with FY on this Dark Willow, I can see the fishing coming there. I think it's a lot harder for Aster to get some done with. Wyvern. Ricky. Realized that the Ricky was.
Yeah, it's a little bit bizarre. We've been seeing Ricky 1 more than anything else. But again, when you have the Morphling on your team, it only makes sense that you're backseat. Ricky 4 was popular for a while though. I really don't think it's the case anymore with how they've changed Close and Dag around, but again, there's like big information patches where you'd head around with Invis-Heroes, you head around with Monkey King, and you'd kind of scatter out the enemies. Right now, you don't really have that luxury.
Assess. It's that little people look over mid. Fate is making the rotation to be able to accomplish it. South of tactical. Fate shows himself, he's fighting for the war. They've got an invis rune here for Juan to fill that bottom, and I think the rotation maybe was short of that rune. 50-50 chance that it was going to be a reverse top and it ends up eating that way. So filling up that bottom, very important at the moment.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Himself stability.
Short little engagement here, but we won't see much of it at the bottom. Top lane, however,
CC getting low, and the DK, and a little bit of trouble. CC gets out of that window, she goes to the top, shouts up at the creeps of the trip. Yeah, SSS continuing on forward, maybe looking over that middle of the pretty much full health. With that, as I say that, Swashbuckler comes from SSS has to knock him down a peg.
Harass coming out back and forth. It's too hard to bring down the Dirty Knight to start the game. Look at him. 1 tango, 21 HP regen a second at the moment. So he's got that +6 armor from Dragon Blood. Cobble's minding his positioning. Dragon Knight isn't too far out of position. He's always going to be able to save him with a blinding light. I did see that dive there in the middle lane.
Almost a solo kill. Dominus ends up surviving. Throws out that Resident Impulse. He's got level 3 and B, the Remnant. Lead Commander also sitting low on the side of LGD, but neither of these heroes end up dead.
Somnus on this voice bit. Let's think he's going to pick up Rain. But I don't see that happening until there's a little bit more damage coming out from the Ricky, also level 6. But yeah, I'm surprised Somnus here didn't buy a raindrop, but with just getting dived by
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, you know, now he found himself that Astral Step. Probably a little bit easier for him to see. 5.5 minutes per game and went. Rotating over towards the a bit surprised by that, but I didn't know the situation that was going on. More roof FY on that Dark Web.
A little bit of harass coming out in the mid lane. Not much is going to come of this with the Coddle sitting up on the high ground here, though. But yeah, 2 runes heading over to Schwan. Probably a little bit upset with that if you're Somnus. I really don't like that part of the game being so RNG. I'm glad that they changed around so runes don't spawn to the 4-minute mark, because you can go from losing your lane in 1 minute to the, or sorry, winning your lane really hard for 1 minute to the enemy getting a regen. Suddenly you exhaust all of your mana and you're not winning the lane at like 2 minutes into the game. So glad that is not a thing anymore, which is
Radiant's courier
bottled RNG.
Working compared to that DK still struggling at DCC to 24 and 9 compared to the DKs. 41 Bounced having a good time. He won the Elder Dragon Form immediately, but now he's being chased. As I said, he was doing great. It's a problem for him. To the trade as well. The Remnant, they've got the 8th Remnant down. Not locked in the Ember, so Schwan's still trying to get the chalice, but now sticks behind the trees, and now Somnus might be the one who's in trouble. So Alpha gets the disarm with a lucky shot. Fade on the run. Somnus, not another Astral Step for a moment, but has a Resident Impulse to get the kill. At least gets one, not kick off the DK.
Chalked it up to the result of DK getting movement speed buff after movement speed buff. And right now he's sitting at 355 on his Dragon form with. He was at 380 there. They just couldn't catch up to him. That, along with how tanky he was, there's just no way. PSG.LGD slowly taking the lead right now. Up about 1,000 gold.
Where they're sitting so far, but as I say that, the trade comes out with Somnus with the Resident Impulse. They've got X-Nomen for 5. Only level 3. A bit of disruption with the blinding light.
Somnus was very adamant about getting the rune that time, stood his ground. Not happy with the Ember getting everyone so far, but the regen's gonna be pretty nice. Other than the couple kills going away of the LGD, they're pretty even as far as CS goes.
The only one struggling is just as
Radiant's
middle
middle tower
for
is
bottom,
under
or
attack.
even just go for the duel right now on SCC. More to the strength. No. Going for that kill might have been worth it. If you got idle, I can see that opportunity going. But right now, while just sitting at level 5, I'll do to be at that 10-minute mark. Up to level 6. And 11 under the tower again. He is just almost tunnel visioning into these duels. Almost Boots Courier. That Boots gone.
Ooh. He's gonna be slow for the next couple minutes now.
Oh yeah, and under this tower, both TP's out waiting for him, looking until then I think Creeps actually helped on out. A ball in all the way.
I mean, you didn't lose your heroes, but you're gonna lose quite a bit of HP if this tower doesn't just go down with this one push. The Dragon form doing its work with the Corrosive Breath, and missed that kill up there in the top though. Aster taking a page out of LGD's book, just diving into the tower. With everyone down there too focused on that tier 1, definitely not worth it for them to head up there and save the Coddle.
They lose the kill there, however, they lose the tier 1 tower behind them, so that's the trades overall.
And that'll open up the jungle for PSG.LGD, so bottom tier 1 is really important. again. Not worth getting up there and saving 5. Sorry, X-Nova.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm sure they like him. Trusty shuffle coming out.
We've got 10 markings to look over now.
Dire's structures
FY.
are fortified.
He's getting close to level 6.
Dire's top tower
Yep.
is under attack.
Oh.
Dire's top tower
There's
is
the
under
jump
attack.
off by FY.
It could be about to get ugly. Yeah.
Thunder comes in on the challenge as well as Samus. You don't have level 6 on the survivors is available, but the damage on the Dragon Knight is enough. Challenge to get caught down and killed off. However, this is going to turn into kills for LGD and a dual victory. So if this changes in, but it's not going to be in time to look at an exit to lose their life. Samus and FY get the first kill.
I mean, Dragon Knight going down definitely slow down this push. They want to get a couple levels on
Dire's middle tower is under
Winter
attack.
Wyvern and keep them alive right now. Having that Winter's Curse to be able to disengage from some of the bad fights is super important for Aster right now. Because again, they're going to be running at the non-stop with this Dragon Knight Legion Commander lineup. It's very painful to run at you line up from LGD. And with your jungle opened up, like, they got all the room in the world.
Radiant's
Defensive
bottom
with
tower
this build.
is under attack.
First item Lincolns.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So far, first item Lincolns.
That's the worst item in the game. The shopkeeper's ripping you off when you buy that. He's stealing from you. I mean, it'll stop Dragon Tail, it'll stop the
Radiant's middle tower is under
but
attack.
I'm not sure that's what you want to be building as your first item. He's messing with that. Right?
We'll see. He's stuck on it for a while. He might just keep it there. As well, for Crown being able to break that. This is maybe we're in a situation where we see them working potentially in trouble. He's sitting pretty far behind. Not terribly far behind
Dire's
Chalice,
top tower is under
but
attack.
we would get LGD are starting to pull away from the working together.
Ooh.
Chris comes in, and that'll lock up 2 tiers. This engagement before that. You do have one more astral step. If Samus makes his way forward, Will is just on the edge. Paralyzed now. He's on the moving, and they lock him up with the Aether Remnant. They do have locked it to this crown, which will pop while closing the golden praise. They'll try to do the damage to get the here on S-Strip C. On the road ground, Bates' Courier goes down. So that was actually the tone as Rolling Thunder comes through, gets the non-actual as well as Chalice. Just Chalice, unfortunately, getting caught twice in that Rolling Thunder. So comes Jane as well to the trade on top, and they try to go off this Emperor's Spirit. Trying to take out all the 11. The damage on Aster isn't going to be enough as they've disarmed this Golden Spirit, but Aster is going to focus FY as well as Aid. They grab the kill after the Aether and pulls the Bobica, and they take out the Winter Wyvern. They're looking to control. They think about going in and access that. They don't have an astral step, which is more set. PCC is an adaptive strike that finishes off all 11. And now they might be getting more. Tricks of the trade puts on the Samus, and it's 3 around. They won't hit the Void Spirit.
Just like the tight ends. I didn't catch how that happened, but somehow in that fight, the Dragon Knight ended up in hit over here with the Pango. And he had that sort of glitch Rolling Thunder where he was just kind of clipping into the wall, but he was clipping into the wall while hitting the Dragon Knight again with his Rolling Thunder. That was very bizarre to see, and I think that was a major factor why they won that fight there. You didn't have your tank frontliner running at them. Instead, you just had him die to a glitched out Pango. It was definitely intentional. It's neat to see how they both got caught in the Roche pit like that.
Yeah, it's...
I'm not sure if you caught the...
Fight with Chalice being taken out of the fight pretty quick.
I'm not sure if you caught how he ended up in that scenario. Very weird. Maybe someone in chat caught it.
I didn't see how they got there. I just saw that he was continually locked
Radiant's
down
bottom
inside the
tower
Roche.
is under attack.
Ricky, actually, heroes on Team Aster feeling pretty confident after that last team, playing really deep to GLGD's jungle. Meanwhile, them doing the same down the bottom lane. I mean, both of them taking the tier 1s respectively. Playing so. Makes sense that that's what they want to play. You're going to take the tower a lot faster.
Is under attack.
LGD.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Then we're gonna go for the bottom tier 2 Sonics to try and clean up this creep wave with the Astral Step, as well as having that 8th Remnant down and potential TP on to try and help save this tier 2, and here's another one. So they're hoping to get a TP at this, but
Radiant structures
down
are
just yet.
fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Right, ultimates up are on the ready. But they're going to head over here to the mid lane. They don't want to lose this tier 1 tower. Aster backs up the enemy jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
despite being poor position, Ricky still can so more of that poor position kind of morphing into a fourth court.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, it makes sense. You were talking about that before the game, actually.
Ooh, they get dust. They have this locked up now. Then they have the center of the damage coming through from F5 to take out Fade, so that'll slow the defeat. But meanwhile, SC, he is in trouble. He tries to TP out and will get out of that engagement. But F1 was ready to throw that terrorize that he had
Dire's
second
middle
earlier.
tower is under attack.
Did get out of there though, so he's had a rough start, but he's been playing pretty well other than that. I don't like the Lincoln Sphere choice, but SCCC is a very smart and handsome Dota player, so I'm sure he knows.
Still waiting for my call.
Nah. Yeah, I was just talking about it. I might have to stop myself short again. Fade doesn't look like he wants to be anywhere near here. Might throw a smoke out, but he'll definitely pay the price of his life for it if he does. It's better a bit, so tier 1 tower down. Like I was saying before though, you were talking about how a lot of these folks right now are kind of positioned as changing floors. They're not position 4 supports, like another... Oh,
Down on the Chalice, they're going to go to the Boom Thunder as well as the Chalice has just been bullied. He has just been bullied by this Pangolier.
Leave him alone. He's had enough. I mean, all that Dragon's Blood means absolutely nothing if you're just stunned out and taking tons of magic from the Pangolier. It's not even the lucky shot I was complaining about at the start of the game that's been doing to him. He's been catching this Dragonite near walls every time he walks close to one. Put him in the middle of a nice, safe meadow or something. Dragonite needs to be. No walls or trees in sight.
Not found himself good position the Dragon against the Rolling Thunder. On top of that, Fade was ready with the dust. Scouted out the Shadow Blade, knew that he had it just before he even started to go on him. Right away, you know that just spells trouble.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as they saw the Shadow Amulet, they're ready to go. That's something that you bought first. It makes sense that you buy that one for a lot more attack speed. Down here. But point tank, he's not too close to any walls. I think he's safe.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Crown. Wing strike. There's the duel ready. Boom on top of him. They'll get the kill. Fade ends up being damaged here for all 11. Got himself 28.
This is a pattern I'm seeing though. He picked off a couple of times now, wandering to LGD's territory. I mean, it's fine if you want to be playing like Bounty Hunter or Ricky like this, but the church, the core, the line of people get onto the back line.
Well, I started with that U-Roll, then Hermes was laid down. Now Dragon Tail, good we Thunder's on 3, but Thunder makes sure that really all the weapon doesn't help that much damage on Chalice. They get the kill on the F4 as well as X Note. Now the Bloger, the Green Fire finishes off Schwam. for Somnus. Looking for SCC. They've got him locked down with the duel. But Swashbuckle code Grace and Paper Blast to give dual damage over to the Moonblade. That is not what you like to see if you're the side of LGD. But now it's if they can clean up any of these heroes. It's a 4v2. After step away in the invid, but they've got themselves the Sanctuary down, so they've got them down onto Chalice, and they'll get themselves another kill onto the DK.
And there's the use of the Lincoln Sphere already. DK unable to TP up, ends up getting cancelled by the attack. The fail did not work. But that was like beautiful out of Team Aster. Like you went into that fight a lot stronger on PSG.LGD. You had a double damage rune on your Void Spirit. You still ended up in the backseat. Beautiful saves there by Winter Wyvern.
Been struggled to sit here and I say that next note would die. Zombies on the run. Terrorize is fantastic. The problem is it's withholding from the anything. Winter's Curse comes in and once the film is out from Afterlife, they should get any of these kills. Take out with 11. They are losing numbers here on LGD.
Things are just going bad to worse.
But there's the wave 4 finishes. Triple kill for SCCC. Even with just Lincoln's, he is really clearing up.
That's Triple C making me eat my words right now. Just a Lincoln Sphere, and he's back on the top of the net worth chart. 1.3k ahead of the Void Spirit already. And he moves down here to bottom. Wants to push this out, take this last tier 1 that they haven't gotten yet.
Fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Somewhere they've got an experience lead, a certain amount over that 3,000 mark. As you look at the DK and then you compare him to the Wing at 3 level. This is
not a place you want to be in. I mean, you put so much into shutting down SCCC and it just ended up not mattering. Instead of going for a farming speed item, he went to Lincoln Sphere in order to fight. Made me keep my words. Playing this beautifully. Winter Wyvern is playing very close to him again and again. A couple times he saved the more playing with his disengage up near the top lane as he hit level 6. And then we saw it over here again, so this is as amazing as SCCC is playing again. I feel like he owes a lot of this to Roboca's play on Winter Wyvern.
done a great job as well. Moving forward for Amplify, they've got the Yules trying to survive, but now Rolling Thunder coming in. Or at least I figure on to the Dark Wood, but you'll do it.
Disengage after that. Sneaking into the jungle didn't go so well. So PSG.LGD, they definitely feel they're on the back foot right now. They have this very tanky run at you lineup. Clear it, Legion Commander Dragonite. This isn't how they want it. They do have the ability to defend high ground with Keeper of the Light quite well. I'd argue that Void Spirit and Legion are also pretty good at it. But Aster is building amazing items in order to deal with them. And I feel like they'll outscale them, especially when playing Bricky as like another core hero on their team. Yes.
Pause here.
Maybe take 5, come up with a game plan right now. Again, they are probably feeling a little bit choked at the moment. Lost all their outer towers. They weren't expecting Aster to come out ahead after the lane, as I imagine. Just not get back in the game. Amazing fight that they took here. So, they're going 4-staff right now on the Keeper of Light. Pretty good against a lot of the heroes. Again, it'll save some of them. Ember, Searing Chains, Ricky as well if any gone on with a smoke cloud, but I feel like we're just gonna have 2 bursts come out from Aster. If LGD do manage to get the initiation, Bobica's positioning has been way too amazing this game for him to not get the reset. He's always getting those cold embraces off. He's always getting those winter curses off exactly when he needs to. It's like a fight to reset for a sec. So I'm not sure what LGD does here.
It's definitely a tough situation, especially with our back. DK is sitting right now they just need to be a little bit more conservative. It might be them having to sit behind this line and by this part of the map a little bit more, not overstep their boundaries and really just try and cover and play a more recovery game.
I mean, here's one of your answers on the Void Spirit that egged him Scepter. Having that 2-charge of the 2-second silence on the AoE, that's not something that Lincoln Sphere is going to block, and that's something you can jump onto the back line, Astral Step, and then hit the Winter Wyvern with. But take a look what Bobik is building. I don't think he's going to be close enough to the team fight for him to even Astral Step onto the Winter Wyvern here. He's going for Blink Dagger. Sit as far back as possible, and then once he sees things start to turn south, probably jump in, Cold Embrace with his curse. I kind of like this.
I mean, with that Blink Dagger and starting to cut you off, it means that if you want to go for him, that's going to cost you both your Astral Steps.
Yeah. Suddenly you're out of position.
Radiant's bottom
we see
tower
smoke coming
is
up.
under attack.
You can almost finish for Dallas. Ags 400, 300 pulled away.
You have the gratitude
Maybe for Weasel.
Looks like LGD might get out of this without losing any heroes. Playing very far back. He knows something's up.
Blink Dagger for Rookie.
They're not joking around anymore, I guess. I was talking about that. The best save that they have in order to reset these fights is to keep the light, especially with this blinding light. You can get onto the back line with a blink and a blink strike. That's going to gap the distance.
Blink and 2 blinks for him, but that is
Yeah.
a disgusting amount of
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
There's the team who was immediately right there. Get the void in.
I see what he's going for here. I don't mind it, actually. It depends if he gets this before the Keeper of the Light gets the Staff of Wizardry. And even if he does get the Force Staff to move himself away, suddenly he's so far away from the team fight that he can't use his Will-O-Wisp to his Blinding Light to help his team. So, Ricky knows that this Coddle is his guy.
Chalice TP out with a 10-second special maybe just got delivered in the curve.
You really don't want to be doing things like that. I mean, you have to in order to not die. Give up too much map control at the moment, but suddenly they can't take a fight for 60 seconds. It looks like, I wouldn't say they were positioning around the Roche Pit, but they thought better of it. Void Spirit with his freshly minted Magnum Scepter. Is this gonna be enough, though? Winter Wyvern
certain.
doesn't.
I feel like it.
Winter Wyvern does not have the. So he can get onto them. He can use his AoE silence, and he might be able to blow him up. But it's a bit of a tall order. You're gonna have to get at least a little bit out of position on Void Spirit.
Might need to fight this still. That's what's happening. Big 8 just pick up for Aster.
Your shine has fallen to the radiant.
And not even a steal. The Roche kill from the Keeper of the Light.
LGD is really falling out of their favor. We can bring it back with the right fight, only down 2,000 net worth, but it can certainly become.
Yeah, it's gotta be before Bobik gets his Blink Dagger. I mean, we're seeing some kind of ridiculous items that I think are really good right now. The Blink Dagger on the Ricky and the Winter Wyvern, you see that on your team, you kind of tilt your head and go, what? But you really think about it here, it does make sense. Actually, he just bought 2 bracers and a Gem of True Sight instead of his Blink Dagger. There you go. I guess Gem of True Sight means that they're ready to start pushing high ground, taking complete control of the map and foes. So he's excited that the Void Spirit already has his Magnum Scepter. I don't want to wait any longer for my Blink Dagger, especially when I have the Aegis. The team is not going to wait for me as a Wyvern to farm. I'm just going to tank up a little bit. We're gonna get the gem from True Sight, we're gonna take control of the map and deward everything. But if they catch them up this high ground here.
This is how you want to be on for LGD. You don't want to walk around the high ground.
But we've had this discussion. Oh man. Can't find anything though. Aster farming the enemy team's info while theirs. Back. Needs to get a little bit closer though. If you say.
I will say this has been a lot of time gained here for
Radiant's
LGD.
bottom tower is under attack.
At least try and recover for the moment.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, any time that they can spend where Aster is trying to push with their Aegis, especially with the MOBA Switch with this double Razor build, the opting for Big Dagger is great.
Dire's top
And they're even going to trade 1-1.
Dire are scanning. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's
They can
bottom
find
tower
themselves
has fallen.
something of maybe the Ricky.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Go with the 2-3 2. They steal this Aegis for quite some time.
2 minutes, 10 seconds on it. I'm not sure if they're actually going to be able to take another. Yeah, with Morphling all the way down here in the bottom lane, they're not going to see some of these agents. Game's slowed down a lot. I like that.
For Aster, especially, they were going to want to fight. Meanwhile, though, Pangolier, he's going into an abyss, which is interesting. We'll see if we can get over that. He has going to be now fresh committed to 10 seconds. Basher picked up the Pangolier. I believe a couple more items were picked up around the horn.
So let's see this Blink Dagger Ricky in action. Does he get far enough through the back lines onto the Keeper of the Light?
Radiant's middle tower.
I think he just spotted him. Yep, he spotted him. That's his job.
Forward and
See you later, Keeper of the Light. With that down, I do believe they can push this tier 2 here, so we can cut some. See, get way before tower.
Dire's
Not in
middle
any
tower
danger
is
quite
under
yet.
attack.
Aegis does expire another 50 seconds though. May line up with expiring in the middle of a fight if they decide to push this tier 3 tower here. See,
Dire's middle tower has
Fortify
fallen.
still available for the tire.
high ground. Careful. Before you take the map, as long as the bullet can resist. This Aegis is about to expire. The timing's going to work out for the Sound of LGD for the duel, but they've got themselves the Winter Skirt that lost the Legion Commander inside the BKB. And so Winter first. Full disengage from Aster.
That Triple C, he might decide to just die. Alright, never mind. He's got too much lifesteal. Vladimir's offering nearby. He just expires another 5 seconds now.
They're still sitting nearby. He waited and is it enough to get the kill here on the Chalice Hill? Force out that BKB. Whirlwicks, but Fear comes in, but the silence is quick to kill on X.
Fade's doing his job perfectly with his Blink Dagger. Yeah, again, I was telling you at the start of this game. He's been a huge problem for the Keeper of the Light, especially with that Blink Dagger.
Unaware these heroes there. So the duel goes to the back line, onto the Winter Wyvern, but damage! Oh my god, more damage to the top of Team Aster. Wilbus finally gets down, but as quickly as it was dropped, it was killed. And I don't know if LG have any more answers. They used what was supposed to be their
Radiant
answer.
structures are fortified.
Keeper of the Light down, they're not going to be defending high ground for very long. Peak off.
Gosh, Chalice taking it too. It's got buyback, but
Dire's structures are fortified.
two of us seem close.
After injury there, another Rolling Thunder to bring down the Dragon Knight, triggering his PTSD from several other times this game.
Dire's middle barracks are under
FY doing his best to cut these creep waves, but it doesn't even matter how much. Actually, Somnus, cheeky play there.
One. That's all they've got.
Melee Barracks is down. The pick off on the Ricky was sort of nice. I really liked what they did there on PSG.LGD. The FY in the back, he knows he's not going to be able to contribute anything. He is in the base and he just ends up getting run at close dagger in the huge. Helps to cut the creep wave, but he can get a kill on the Ricky because of it. They're going down kicking and screaming right now on LGD. They're not out of it quite yet.
If that one dual win on Winter Wyvern is now 2 dual damage short of what LGD World 11 has.
Not sure if he caught that right there, but Fade was only on multiple careful right now on probably going to want to take another fight in short order here, Aster. As I say that, they back up and do the opposite of what I asked. Roshan's spawning in 15 seconds. They might scout that up and wait for that.
Thought is they're probably going to be waiting for he just opportunity.
Radiant are scanning.
Amazing what you found laying around.
Long time though. Seconds.
Is this smoke overly optimistic right now? Should you be biding your time?
I think they're in a spot where they know they're way desperate.
They're playing very tight right now on Aster. I think if you if you catch the enemies out like you want to, it's not going to turn out so good for you.
A tool to teach.
Comes in. Chalice, can you finally get around that? Stunned up. What was down to the these heroes? They go on a finds on X Nova. SCC will get critical one of the BKBs caught by Chalice. They look over to SCC. So BB, they'll get counter on a Sun. Fulvica and Deep are dead. They've got themselves a lockdown onto the panel here. So 3 gone. With Spirit of Eyes back, so does the Dark Willow. Frankly, it's not a Chuan, not going to be enough here from Chalice, but Chalice surviving through the booming. Wave form in though with the adaptive strike to finish him off. Ultra kill for STCD, and they spot hold 11 to rampage time for STCD. It might be, it should be, and it could be, and will be.
Oh, don't talk shit about my Lincoln Sphere, says SCCC. Now 13-1 in this game, 23k net worth, absolutely destroyed in that team fight. And it looked so promising at the start of that for LGD. They did exactly what they needed to do. They got the spells off on Coddle before he got picked off by the Ricky. They got onto the back lines with Legion Commander and Dragon Knight and killed the supports, but it wasn't enough. I think there's no answer to SCCC at this point. He's too strong, B-Cop.
Yeah, I will regret my decision of saying Lincoln's is an interesting first pickup, but SCCD has made it work, that's for sure.
Shrine, 37 minutes into the game, 4 items are available now. See what we see. Flicker being the first one, not a very good item.
I'm a big fan of that because that's they're very kind of birds right there.
Well, that's why you fired Mofara and got me in this.
Yeah, exactly. And it feels like that kind of phrase right there, we'll see what we'll see. It sounds like an American phrase translated from another language. Like one of those, we translated it into, you know,
we made it better.
Back English.
We made it better, Pika. Smoking up again.
Desperate plays from LGD. Has just have over the guts out, so but the damage is just not going to get enough down there. A big chunk of damage with Will. Can he get the kill on the Winter Wyvern? Can he through full victory here as Excess goes into the Roar of Thunder and that focuses on the side of LGD, hitting 3 of these heroes and disrupting the fight entirely. Nova ends up falling. The team's even pop out for 11. He's trying to run with the damage, through on an FY, so they've got full supports out of the fight. They look for Recalcitrance in the smoke screen. They get that kill there. They look for more Sam is dead. Double kill for SCCC. 4 heroes gone without buyback, and GG is called from LGD.
That looked so promising to start the LGD. That's the exact hero that you want to find and pick off at the start of the team fight, so when you want, but you just couldn't get it. Again, the Void Spear was absolutely correct in going on him at the start of that, but and even Morphling